Hi guys, I thought I'd do a bit of a little video while I'm sat about doing no, while I'm recuperating with my broken foot. I'm going a bit stir crazy. Yeah, I thought I'd talk about middle-aged spread today, because I think it's something that most of us go through, whether we're men or women, when we get into our late 40s or so. Mine seemed to start over 6 years ago when I lost my mum. I've always been, I'd say, between 8.5, 9 stone, size 8 to 10, most of my adult life. I've eaten pretty healthy, and I've still ate, chocolate and toffees, which is my downfall. But I've never been really much of a drinker. I've never smoked, never done drugs, or out like that. And I've always said, I'd say, pretty healthy. We treats and that in between. I haven't particularly made me any healthy foods or it's not like that. I have ate normal food, but I've not been a pig, I'd say. But there has been a couple of times in my life, that I have overindulged, let's say, mostly on chocolate and goodies, and I have put weight on. I've gone up to 10 stone and a bit more. I mean, a lot of you might say, well, that's a note. But it is for somebody who's, I'm quite petite, small build, I suppose you'd say. 5'4", something like that. So when you are quite small and petite and then you put weight on, it feels big to you. Other people might say, oh, there's no on you, and that drives me up the bleeding wall, that does. Because you look in mirror, your belly sticks out, looks like you're pregnant, and because I've always been small busted, when my belly starts getting big, I do look pregnant, it sticks out, and you just look horrible in all your things, because your bust and your belly, they don't go together. So, to you do look fat. And you can tell with your clothes. If you're 8 to 10 and you put weight on and you start going up to a 12 to 14 and even nearly into a 16, that's a lot of weight, because a couple of stone, you won't believe how much it is, really. You think, that's no, but it is. Because I'm a cleaner in evening, I work at a doctor's surgery. And one of our doctors, he's got all these plastic body parts in his room in a proper cabinet. And he's got this piece, it's like that, and it's like that. And it looks like jelly. And it feels like, what can I say, like a plasticine, rubbery, and it weighs a pound. And he says that's what I show my patients when they're overweight. I say that's what a pound of fat weighs. And when you pick it up, it's quite, it's a pound, so it's heavy. And you think, God, if you've got a stone to lose, you've got 14 of them to lose. And it's a great massive pile. So you've only got to put a stone on, and you'll see how much that actually is in real life. It's a shocker to the system. But yeah, mine started, I lost my mum over 6 years ago, and it just made me comfort eat. I was eating loads of chocolate and sweets, just goodies. And then I started plonking on weight. And I got my dad still here at the time, and even he used to say, God, aren't your arms big, Shaz, and in your belly big, Shaz? Because he'd got dementia, and he used to tell the truth. Mind you, he used to tell the truth anyway, my dad. He's like me, he says it as it is. He didn't mean to be hurtful or out, but he'd just say things as they are. So if you put weight on, he'd tell you, you know. But he were right, you know, I was plonking on weight. And then 20 months later, I lost my dad. So my dad's been gone over 4 years now. So that just made it worse, just kept, you know, plonking weight on. But then I started getting acid reflux, you know, heartburn, really bad. And it got to the stage it was killing me. Out I were eating were really, really painful. Well, I'd gone up to, I were either 10 stone or 10.5 stone at the time. And I had to start eating really healthy. My food were dead basic, all, you know, like they say, when your food's basic, it's all like pale colours. You know, there were no, I couldn't eat chocolate at all. I couldn't eat chocolate, sweets, crisps, biscuits, anything like that. So I was really eating healthy because it was that painful to eat any food. So yeah, I had, you know, lots of fruit that I could eat at the time because even fruit were hurting me, a lot of acidy fruit. So because I was eating so healthy, I lost my weight. I weren't meaning to lose weight, but it just dropped off me because as soon as I stopped eating chocolate anyway, because this has happened a few times in my life, you know, when something gets you down, you get depressed, you start overeating. So I have put weight on before, but I've been able to take it off because as soon as I stop eating, you know, the crap, I just lose the weight, and really quickly as well. So yeah, I went down to 7.5 stone. In fact, I was 7 stone 4 at one time. So I did look really ill because I went too thin. But it went because I was trying to. I couldn't help it. I had to be that thin because of what I was eating. But anyway, it turned out I did have esophagus cancer, which I kept trying to tell the doctors, you know, that I thought I'd got cancer because of all the symptoms I were getting. But anyway, to cut a long story short, you know, I had the operation, I had it all cut out, and then that was in 2022. So since then, I've been able to eat normal food. And because I went about 1.5 years eating really basic, boring, tasteless food, I started eating proper food again, and I just can't stop eating it. So I'm eating all my goodies again, and so I'm just over 10 stone now, and I'm a size 12 to 14, and you know, my belly, because it mostly goes on your belly. That's the trouble in it. It goes on your belly for most people, and it's that bad fat. I'm not going to go into all the medical names for it because I can't remember them, but I know it's all the bad fat that covers all your organs up that's really, really bad for your health, gives you sugar, diabetes, high blood pressure, and, you know, all that type of thing, all the bad stuff, high cholesterol, which I have got. I've got high cholesterol, but it's not because of what I was eating, because when I was eating really healthy, I still had high cholesterol. And they put me on medication and my cholesterol went right down to below normal. You know, it was really, really good. So I hadn't really got high cholesterol in it anymore because it was that good. But I came off the medication thinking, well, I eat healthy anyway, you know, I'll be fine. But it went back up, and it's because it must be hereditary. So if you've got it in your family, like if your parents, both my parents had high cholesterol, so it can be passed down, and obviously I've inherited it. Yeah, so I've inherited it. Thanks, Mum and Dad, for that. Yeah, so I have to be on the medication, or else it's just going to go up again. And I hate being on any sort of tablets, but obviously I've got to, because I don't want that going up, and I don't want to be eating like mega healthy all the time. I do want to, you know, eat normal food and have some goodies.
So, yeah, I've got to keep up medication, and I take medication, obviously, for acid reflux every day, which I don't like taking, because whatever tablets you take in life, yeah, they make one thing better, but then they give you something else. So then you get another health condition. So you can't win, can you? Yeah, so, and I think as you get older, I mean, I'm 56 now. Can't believe I'm going to be 60 in 4 years' time. But yeah, as you get older, I think you do find it harder to lose weight, because you're more, you wanted to take life slower and not be as active. Well, a lot of people do. I mean, there is people out there that, do keep fit, and it don't matter what age they get to, they can, keep going and exercise and everything, keep the weight down. But you've got to be in right frame of mind, haven't you? If you're not in right frame of mind to make you do that, get motivated, then you can't do out about it. And that's what I struggle with, the motivation, because, honest, yeah, it's getting your son a kick up arse, isn't it, to get motivated and to do something about it. But then, on the other hand, I think to myself, well, my mum and dad, they lived well into the 80s. My mum were 83, my dad were 87, and they all said what they wanted to eat. My mum dieted over years, because my mum was a biggish woman, even though she was only about 5'2", and she was petite, like me. But she did bang weight on after, having the kids. Me and my mum had 5 kids altogether. She lost one of them when he was only 3 months old. That was before I was born. But yeah, she was a biggish woman. But she did manage to go on diets and lose her weight. But my mum, even when she lost her weight, she was always around between 10 and 11 stone, I'd say. But yeah, but I think, like an all for women, when you get in that menopause phase, I should say, the menopause years, that don't help, because all your hormones go out of sync, and your metabolism, that don't work how it used to, so you're not burning your calories like you used to. But we all moan, don't we? Us women that do plonk weight on, we do moan about us weight, and that keeps us going, doesn't it, moaning? But we don't do a lot about it, because at the end of the day, it's that motivation you need. And I think, and all, sometimes you think to yourself, oh, bugger it, you don't know how many more years you've got left in your life, do you? I know it's morbid, that, but it's true. You just don't know. So you think, well, I might cut out all the goodies and that, and eat healthy, lose weight, but you still might get something else wrong with your health problem, even though you've done all that. So you think, well, I want to enjoy my snap. That's the way I look at it. I want to enjoy my snap. When I go away for a weekend to Skeggy, or when you go on holiday for a week or whatever, if you can afford more holidays a year, and when you're retired and all, and you wanting to go here, there, and everywhere, you want to be able to eat and drink what you want. You don't want to restrict yourself. You want to enjoy life, don't you? And a lot of healthy food, to me, well, it's tasteless and boring, and you don't enjoy it. Who wants to be eating lettuce leaves and, you know what I mean? All that bloody type of food. You want a good pie in you, don't you? Bangers and mash. Well, I do. I love a good pie. Oh, pucker pie. Or me meat and tater pie where I met my son. Oh, I love that. Yeah, bangers and mash. Oh, crap, chips, egg.
Peas, I'm a right basic eater, I am, you know. Stews, I love all that type of food. I like my cooked dinners. I mean, mostly, well, put on a cooked dinner's healthy. Or you're vegging that, but you know what I mean, don't you? You know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to end it there because I am rambling on and on and on. I could talk forever about this subject and other subjects, but Pete likes me to keep me videos down so we don't have to edit a lot. And so you lot don't get bored listening to me rambling on. Rambling shares. Rambling shares. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that little vlog on middle-aged spread, because there is such a thing, middle-aged spread. Yeah, so if you'd like to give me a thumbs up, let me know that you liked it. That would be very much appreciated. You see what clothes behind me? I'll have to show you all this lot one day. All Pete's clothes. He's got 5 racks of clothes up here, and I have got 1. What do you think to that then, guys? And he only wears, well, about a dozen items out of the lot. Anyway, guys, that's another subject. So, bye for now. See you guys.